Hi guys, welcome back to Butterfly Box 78. You might hear a little bit of noise in the background because I got a movie going, but it doesn't sway my ability to concentrate on you, Libra. Actually, I think who did we leave off with? We left off with Pisces. So actually, this reading will be for, after Pisces, we do Aries. All right, Aries. Let's see here. So Aries, generally I don't really say this, but sometimes Aries, you're just gonna have to do things the right way, because if you don't do things the right way and in that order, like there's an order to certain things, if you don't do it that way, even though you might be successful, that success will only reach a peak. You'll peak sooner than expected. So then you'll have to go back and do it again. You're going to have to continue to go back and do things again until you do it in the correct order. Like your energy is correct, meaning that just that your energy is correct. That you move in the right order. That's going to be the thing. Give me just a moment and let me meditate on the cards, because this is a love reading. So if there's somebody that you're trying to go back to or get back with, I would say that you're gonna have to, it can't be selfish. You're gonna have to do things in the right order, which means that in order for you to have the person that you want, you're gonna have to get your mind right. You're going to have to make sure that your chakra is balanced. If you don't know what your chakra is, I'll give it to you this way. Make sure that the 7 codes of armor are balanced, because you know that when you're pursuing anything where there may be obstacles, that you have to make sure you're balanced in this journey. So, with that being said, give me just a minute and let me meditate. Okay, so automatically I feel like pain, maybe like stressing in my shoulders. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Okay. So fighting, like argument. 5 of Staves. Prince of Cups in reverse. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Cups in the upright. So there may be an offer, or you're offering something, but the offer isn't correct. It is also imbalanced with this Pentacles in reverse. However, there is wish fulfillment. Let's go ahead and clarify this. So there is happiness. So you're protecting yourself You could be protecting yourself from somebody who has tried to offer you something, but is possibly being deceitful. They're not being right about this offer, which is probably why there's an imbalance, or this person is juggling something, or you could be juggling something that is really making the situation imbalanced. Yeah, Aries, I believe this is your energy. Love and, luxury. And that sounds like most Aries. A lot of Aries, you all tend to like a lot of really nice things. You're more focused on your money than it is what somebody is currently offering right now. Sun in reverse. Okay. So, Aries, I feel like right now it's not really a time for love for you. You're more concentrating on yourself, which doesn't surprise me. But I would suggest highly that while you're focusing on getting yourself together, that you move away from being so egotistical to being more logical and rational, minus the ego, because there is fulfillment in something that you are trying to manifest. But like I told you before, in order to get whatever it is you manifest, you have fertility in the reverse. See, this is the manifestation card. So you're trying to manifest something, but it's like you're trying to give birth to something new with the fertility in reverse. And then you've got the Prince of Staves in reverse. You've got quite a few Prince and Princesses on this board. So whatever you're trying to start, like I told you before, there's an order to things. So you're going to have to do it the right way. That's why the Sun is in reverse up here. There is wish fulfillment, but the Sun is in reverse. And like I told you, you may be working on something and it's like you think that you're doing it right, but the energy isn't right, which is why these cards are in reverse. So you have to start again. You have to manifest what it is that you want. But again, the energy isn't exactly correct. It's like there's lessons that have to be learned. And you've got these two princesses right on top of each other. The Princess of Staves and the Princess of Cups. So both of these two cards actually represent love. Princesses always represent like love, like how you may see things or how people see you. But it's reversed. So both of these princesses are reversed, which is telling me that you are not concentrating on having a union with anybody. You're concentrating on your money. But in this endeavor, you're not exactly doing it in the right order. There has to be some passion, something behind what it is that you're doing. And so that leads to you trying to protect yourself, or you protecting yourself. Well, let me read the rest of the story with this. Okay, so it's saying here that you're just not in your feelings about something. You're very emotionally removed from something, but I can't necessarily say that that is the right approach to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So if you're trying to manifest love, but you're only focused on your money, or you're trying to get with this person because they have money, it's wrong. It's not going to go it's not going to go the way you planned it. And you will be moving on. Like, there's going to be a lack of communication, and you're just going to move on. There is going to be a partnership, and there will be good fortune. There is an ability there's an inability to be able to make a decision about something, and also overindulgence, laziness. So it's something that you're not even willing, whatever it is, you're not really working towards it, and you won't see the justice that you're looking for. And part of that is because you're not sacrificing anything. And the Ten of Cups is in the upright, which means that it means completion, total satisfaction. You do have the power. However, you're going to have to move away from this untraditional way of you trying to achieve a dream, because the only thing that it's going to cause is heartache. You do have a transformation that is available, but you're going to have to concentrate on that. The money that you're looking for, or the seeds that you planted for this money, like as if money or an idea, like you're wanting it to grow, you're not doing it correctly, and you're not standing on your word. Emotionally, you're irritated. So then it looks like you get a break. You get a break. But you're still struggling because of the inability to change and the lack of focus. You're not manifesting what it is that you want correctly. You're being maybe too egotistical about it, and you're not accepting that this is the way that you may have to do things. But it doesn't, and it's like, it's almost like you're not paying attention to the lessons that are to be learned, and you didn't guard yourself enough. There's some pain that you're going to feel with this inability to grow this thing that you want. I think that you will come around, Pisces, and learn that opening your heart up and being more generous with yourself will open doors for certain things to come through. But the love of what it's like there's not any stability in what you're wanting. The coin is there, but it's like the way you're going about trying to get it is not the right. There's no fire or passion behind what it is that you're trying to manifest. You're in your head about it, which leaves you actually kind of weak, imbalanced, emotionally unstable, no balance, inability to walk away, or maybe it's like there's an inability to accept your losses. However, you're not tempted. Aries, you guys are powerhouses, so you all are able to come back, but you guys are not using wisdom, and you finally get it and start using your wisdom to try to protect yourself. you land the coin again. And you're looking for some support. And then finally you get what you want. There's stability. There is news coming in. And there's a beginning of something new monetarily. But still, it's like you're not standing on your word, lack of focus. And then what does come in, the only energy that really kind of comes in for you is the Prince of Staves, which to me is saying like somebody that just wants sex. And maybe that's good for you, and that's kind of it. So, although this is supposed to be a love reading, Aries, my suggestion would be to not be so egotistical in your endeavors. You know, relationships aren't necessarily always about how you can benefit from them. A lot of times, relationships form like because you're actually open to you loving the person, not just the person loving you. So I think that that's really important for you to understand, Aries. Let's go ahead and clarify with the sexual tarot. And what happens when I'm talking about reading the stories is I'll go through and read all the cards. And that's the energy that, you know, I'm getting. I go ahead and I always call it reading the story, but with the goddess cards, the goddess tarot cards, it's very straightforward. So it's easy for me to read the story. It's not hard. Alright, those two cards shot out. Normally I do 4. There are no reverse cards in this deck. So yeah, the sexual tarot cards is telling me there is somebody that you may be having amazing sex with. They're very focused on you. And I have a feeling that you are very focused on them. However, with the 4 chalices in this particular deck, it's kind of like there's something else going on behind the scene that you don't really understand. And in this card, I'll go ahead and show you, it's like, I'm sorry. It's like there's a woman who, to me, is secretly talking to a man. But there's a pair of scissors, a magnet, and a coin. And so you could be the person talking to the man about something. It's almost like she's telling him to go do something. And he's looking, and it's almost like he's unsure of what it is that he's to be doing. But like, to me, this could be the consequence. It's going to be sharp, piercing, could cut you, but you're going to be very attracted to it because it's shiny and made of gold. Aries. Let's see. The next card is the Empress. This is, again, I totally believe that this is your all's energy. And so even though we know the Empress is a wonderful iconic card, in this particular reading, I feel like in this particular deck, this picture is really, it's showing us that It's almost like you have the power of manipulate. Like, you know how to get what you want. But to really be the empress, you don't have to manipulate anybody to get it. It can just be given to you. However, I will say that this goes back because there is an order to things. There's an order. There's see the conch in the picture? The conch to me is telling me that you need to be listening for something. Like there's something or someone you're not listening to. When there's the armor. Remember I told you that getting your chakras in balance was going to be key? That's the armor right there. The 7 armors of God, which would be biblically or Christianity way. I mean, this is your energy, but you have to be careful because look at the big serpent. That is a snake right there. I've never even noticed that. It's tempting. Like you have the power of manipulation, the power to tempt, but you got to use it for good, not for bad, not just to get what you want. And see, so something is going to be coming to an end. I think things aren't. If you are in a relationship currently, then things may or may not work out the way you want them to because you have the death card at the end. So there's an ending to something. But the death card doesn't necessarily mean bad because it means the beginning of something new. But there's a couple in the back. She is not happy. But remember, positive could be the beginning of something new. All right, so Aries, let's go ahead and get the path of wisdom. So the Sun card in reverse. Again, we have the Sun card in reverse here. But there is no negative in these. So this is the path of wisdom. It's telling you to let your instead of you shining on everyone else, let the sun shine on your situation. Like let God in. Integrity. So with whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're trying to manifest love or a new career, if this is about money, then you need to do it with integrity, Aries, because it's in reverse. So you need to be giving that energy. Father of fire. Wow, you are all over this board. Sun, 3 of fire, Father of fire. So to me, this card says so many different things, but he's very serious. And I think that that's going to be important for you. And I think that you being serious and focused about doing things the right way is good, but you shouldn't be too closed off. You know, it's not a fight. It's not war. Let the passion of fire burn within. Let that move you. 4 of water, abundance. So to me, this is saying that however you're truly feeling, you need to be able to express that. There is an abundance of emotion, and you should be releasing that. Shaman. In reverse. So the shaman goes between the light and the dark. It's like he's in the shadows. He's like a medicine man. He's a man of many things. And with the shaman, you need to be using your wisdom, approaching whatever it is you're trying to do. You really need to use your wisdom. You need to, yes, reach in, go within, and on the outside, really you need to embrace, you need to feel, you need to put whatever it is, you need to pray about it. That's basically what this is. You need to pray. 4 of fire, completion. So it looks like that there's going to be completion to this, but in order for there to be completion, you're going to have to clear out the negativity. In this card, these are sage bundles burning. So they're clearing out all the negativity. 5 of earth, insecurity, upright. So you may be feeling unsure about doing things this way because you're so used to doing it the way that you're not really supposed to be. So that leads you to be insecure, but you don't have to worry, because whatever it is that you're manifesting, as long as you're pouring your emotion into it, it's going to bring you happiness, riches. It's going to be good for you. Even the card underneath, inner order. Yeah. So it's telling you that there's a certain way for you to be doing something. All right, let's see here. Sorry, Aries, I have to shuffle for the inner message. And, normally I never say this, but Aries, I think it'd be very, very wise for you to really pay attention to the inner message and really, 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 really work on that. It's just so important. All right. Inner message, inspiration. So find something that inspires you. And then, I don't want to say copy that, but find something or someone or a couple that really inspires you, and then go from there, because I think that that's what's really going to help you. I think maybe it's important for you, Aries, to see a visualization of what you want, because I think you're a very visual person, so you'll be able to draw inspiration from that. So if there's a special couple that you like, that I would say learn from them. Find out as much information as you can, the good and the bad. Just find out as much. Or if there's a couple that you know personally, or if it's something that you're working on, like a project, find something that you can draw the inspiration from. And you're going to have to work, because in this particular card, it's showing the worker bees and all the hexagrams. There's great significance in this card. And all the geometric shapes. So it's your inspiration is a lot more intricate than just looking at something and saying, hey, I want that too, and then trying to do it. No, you need to be drawing inspiration from it. And once you do, you're going to be manifesting something so beautiful and so great. You need to have faith in the process. So you need to trust that the process that you are going through in order to do what you want to do is right. You got to trust God. Because if you don't trust Him, then how is this even going to work? I don't know. But you got to trust Him. And then understand that what you want wants you. And I believe that, Aries. It's like it wants you. You just have to do the right things in order to get it. Like you actually have to use your heart. Not that you don't use your heart, but it can't just be so ego-driven. And so the energy underneath says sacred fool. And normally I would interpret this like, don't be a puppet for anyone. But I do believe that in this particular instance, this is telling me, Aries, don't play with people. Just because it's something to do. There's no reason to play with people. Alright, let's get mystical wisdom. What's the wisdom? These are mystical wisdom oracle deck. I really love these cards. I really enjoy oracle decks because they're so beautiful. They're generally so positive. First one is Peacock. Raise your standards. So that could be even raising your standards to how you go about getting something. Don't try to do it the wrong way. It's like building a house upon on sand. You know that when the tide comes in, the foundation will leave, and it's not going to be stable. The next one is illusion. Embrace the truth. So I feel strongly you need to be honest with yourself, Aries, and with others. Embrace the truth. And this one says Battle of the Blues. Take steps forward, positive change. So if you do what it's telling you to do, it's going to be for the greater good. You may not want to do it, but I'm telling you, it's really going to be worth it at the end. Or you're just going to keep going through that cycle over and over again. And this is very beautiful because the energy underneath is telling us it's the Archangel Raphael, and it says provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. So I really strongly feel like that probably in all of this there's great healing that needs to be done. I think there's a lot of mixed up past energies that you're still kind of in that mindset. You're being a ram. You're being hard-headed. You know, it's like nobody's personally attacking you when they're telling you, hey, this is the wrong way of thinking. They're actually making it easy for you. And we know, Aries, that you'll do anything for easy. So sometimes the easy is the truth, and that's hard to hear. But as long as you embrace that truth, that it's going to be easy for you at the end to get where you need to be, so you can get to that loving relationship, so you can get to that job or the money that you're looking for, or that all-around package. You know, abundance in love, abundance in finances, abundance in a beautiful career, abundance in passions, of things that, you know, keep the fire burning with you. You know, let's go ahead, and the last deck is the Dream Oracle. This was actually the second, well, it's the third deck it's the second deck, no, it's the third deck that I ever bought. Something like that. I like the Oracle. I really love Oracle cards. I do. I enjoy them because no matter how negative a reading might be, it just always has some amazing truth in it. It's beautiful. Church, temple, and mosque. Recognize your spiritual authority. So again, this clarifies the other card that we had about you trusting the process, having faith in the process. That's what this is saying. You know, recognize your spiritual authority, addressing God. Computer, upgrade your mental software. This is all clarifying. To me, this is saying that you need to get out of those old habits, those old ways of thinking, because you don't need it anymore. You need to keep progressing and growing. And key, seek no further. Your aha moment is at hand. So everything is going to connect for you. An award, accept your well-earned praise. And see, I really strongly feel that if you go about doing things the right way, the wonderful thing about the whole situation is that you will get so much praise and so much accolade, which is what you love, Aries. You love showing off. You love it when it's about you. That you'll be able to get this when people see that change in you, because you did get change in the uprights. I think maybe in the deck, transformation was in the upright for you. So to me, that says that you did it finally the right way, and it just really worked out, and people are going to admire you for that. All right, Aries, that was your reading. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you're welcome to. It's Butterfly Box. It's Butterfly_Box78. What else? You guys have a wonderful night. I love you. Take care.